Today we are talking about how to quit bad habits in just 10 minutes. Yes, all our bad habits are wired in our subconscious brain like a neurological habit. Do you know that our brain has neurons, and these neurons, when connect to each other, they create a habit. So whether it's good habits or bad habits, they're based on our neurological connections in our brain. Now we teach a course called NLP, which is called as Neuro Linguistic Programming, where you can actually rewire your brain and stop bad habits in just a few minutes. Sounds crazy, right? But let me show you exactly how to do it, and I will show you a live case study of somebody whom I practiced it with. Ready? Let's go. Those of you who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Mitesh Khatri. I and my wife Indu Khatri, we are law of attraction coaches and national best-selling authors of this book, The Law of Attraction. Let's learn how do you quit bad habits. Now, bad habits can be quit by making sure that the habit that you are associated with right now, let's say for an example, you're eating pizza and you're eating too much pizza. Now, why are you eating pizza in spite of knowing that it's bad for you? There is a person who I was coaching once. He was having one medium pizza every day. Imagine one medium Domino's pizza every day, double cheese. He was just putting on weight and putting on weight and putting on weight. Do you think he was guilty? Yes, he was. Do you think he was regretting after eating? Yes, he was. Do you think he was planning, I will not do it today? Yes, he was. But he was not able to control himself. Why? Because in our brain, once you have a connection between two neurons, it's like an electricity current that runs without your permission. That's what we call as a habit in the brain. Now, we can break this habit. The science behind that is very simple. You need to stop feeling good about that habit. If you observe right now, even though this is a bad habit, the reason he's having that pizza because eating the pizza feels good. Here is how human brain is wired, by the way. We move towards pleasure and we move away from pain. I'll explain again. We move towards pleasure, we move away from pain. Which means if we are getting pleasure from eating something unhealthy, even though we know logically it's not good for us, we will move towards it because our brain wants it, because it's pleasure. Now, if something is good for us, but if our brain associates pain with that, we will move away from it, even if it is good for us. Here is the best part. Do you know that our brain is so powerful that if you don't use the brain correctly, our brain has the capacity to feel good about bad things? Yes, things like smoking, drinking, overeating, eating bad things. These are actually unhealthy things, but our brain has the ability to associate lots of pleasure with them if you tune your brain correctly with that. There are people who've got into bad habits, and you know that, don't you? That's because their brain associates pleasure with negative things in life. But the brain is also so powerful that we can associate negative pain, which means we can feel painful about something which is very good. Example, exercising, eating salad, eating fruits, walking. A lot of people have negative association, painful emotional experiences connecting to good things. That's why many times when you ask people asking, salad khaoge? They're like, salad? Nahi yaar, kuch acha khilao. See, that's because they associate negativity to salad. In my life, once I mastered the ability to control pain and pleasure, I took control of my brain. That's the power that NLP gave me. So today, I want to give you a demo of a person with whom I worked on exactly this thing, pizza, and how I was able to rewire their brain to feel bad about pizza instead of feel good about pizza. Now, you can do this not just with pizza, you can do this with almost any exercise. I've been able to help people with gutka quit smoking. I personally was a smoker, by the way, once upon a time. I used this technique and a combination of some other NLP techniques to quit smoking myself. And after that, I have never smoked again in my life. Why? Because now my brain associates smoking as not just logically unhealthy, but at an emotional experience, I feel I can't handle it anymore. Now, that emotional experience is what you need to learn how to rewire in your brain. And then I want you to tell me if you're going to use this technique to change some of your own personal habits. Ready? Let's go. So at this point of time, even though we haven't started the exercise yet, just by saying the word pizza, 1 to 10, what's the craving you said?
10.
10. That means you
Love.
really like pizza, right? Are you sure you want to do this exercise?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because once I do it, you're not going to be able to do eating pizza for a long time.
Okay.
Okay,
No
good.
problem.
Now, the reason I do this is to get permission from your subconscious mind, because then it has to be healthy conversation. Unhealthy where the person's mind is not ready to do it. Okay, so this is always important when you do like, dislike, or dislike to like. Which pizza when comes to your mind when I say pizza? Is it Domino's? Is it Pizza Hut? Is it a homemade pizza?
Domino's.
Domino's. Which particular Domino's pizza?
Farm fresh.
Farm fresh. Okay, so you know exactly which pizza. Is it the usual pan? Or is it thin crust? Is it double crust?
Thin crust.
Cheese burst? Thin crust. Okay, is it wheat?
No. Maida.
Normal thin crust, not the wheat.
Yeah.
Okay. And now let's understand at this point of time, let's say it is 10. If you had to increase the rating of having pizza, by the way, instead of me working alone with her, how many of you are willing to work with me? So just write down on your notepads, what is the current level of temptation that you have for eating pizza? Now, for some of you, it may be 5, and that's okay. But for her, it is, for argument's sake, let's not put it at 10 right now. Let's put it at, let's say, 8. So that we can play between 8, 1 to 10. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. So Neha, let's say we want to make it from 8 to 9. What changes can you make to this pizza? And here's the best part. Because it's your pizza, you can make changes to the pizza. You can make changes to the surrounding of the pizza. You can make the changes about who are you eating it with, or where are you eating, any changes. My goal to you is, I want you to make the temptation go to 9. How can you do it? Tell me, what changes would you make?
I want to add mushrooms, lot of cheese, capsicum, and lots of onions, tomatoes, and I want to sit here and have a Coke with it.
So you don't mind the same place?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I can.
So thin crust, medium size, or personal?
Medium size.
Medium size, and lots of
Yeah.
mushrooms, lots of cheese, lots of capsicum, lots of tomatoes, and the Coke next to it,
Onions.
and
Yeah.
onions. And would
Yeah.
you like it hot or medium hot or cold?
Hot.
Hot. Okay, so it's just steaming hot. Right, came out of the door right now. Okay, done.
You can serve garlic bread also.
Okay, done. So let's imagine the garlic bread's on the side. What is the temptation right now? 8 or 9?
9.
Yeah, I can see that in your face right now. Let's make it 10. What can you do to make it 10, to make it more special? Like that you would feel like just grabbing a bite right now.
Make it extra soft, like mouth melting.
Okay, so you like that way. So you like the cheese melting.
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine there's extra cheese melting, and when you're having the first bite, it's kind of pulling. It's that soft. Okay, so what is it right now? 9 or 10? 10? Okay, good. So here's the best part now. Now your brain knows that it works. How do I know it works? Because I'm not going against your brain. I'm going in favor of your brain, which means I'm not removing the habit. I'm just making the habit more important, going from 8 to 9, 9 to 10. So now your brain knows it's possible. Okay, now let's reverse it. I want you to reverse the pizza from 10 to 9 by removing the softness of it and make it a crispy, thin crust pizza again.
Okay.
Back to 9?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's remove the extra mushrooms. Let's remove the extra cheese. Let's remove the Coke. Let's remove the garlic bread. But it's the farm fresh pizza, a little warm, not too hot. Now imagine it.
7.
Okay, so it's gone down to 7 immediately. Okay, now I want you to make some changes to the pizza that it goes down to 6. Your changes, you decide. To the pizza, surrounding of the pizza, choice of the pizza, anything you can add something to it, you can remove something from it, you can be with someone, you can change the surrounding, whatever you want. You're the director of the movie.
Okay. You can add mushrooms.
No, I want you to reduce, not increase.
Okay. Remove
So from
onions.
7, I want you to go to 6.
Remove onions also.
So what's there on the pizza now?
Which we need the capsicum here only.
So capsicum, tomatoes, and no onion. So just capsicum and tomato. Single layer cheese, thin crust, but crispy, not soft, warm, not hot. No garlic bread, no Coke, no mushroom, no cheese. Now imagine the pizza and no onion. Where is it now?
Oh.
4? So
Like-
instead of 6, you went down to 4. Okay, done. What changes can you make to the pizza to go from 4 to 3?
It's just cheese. You
So
remove
plain
all
cheese
the-
pizza. Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine it just plain cheese pizza, and there's no vegetables at all, and it's thin crust, but warm, not hot, and there's no garlic bread, there's no mushrooms, there's no cheese, there's no Coke, and it's just plain cheese pizza.
I don't want to eat
So
this.
it's gone down what? From 4
One.
1. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'd like you to take it to 0. What changes can you make to make it 0?
उठा ही लो ले जाओ पिज्जा
But the pizza is still there. I want you to make the temptation to 0. What changes can you make to it?
just remove the cheese, leftover cheese also.
Okay, so can I suggest some changes? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
that's
All right.
good.
So I want you to imagine that the cheese is old and stale. It's becoming yellow. Now imagine having a bite of it. No?
Disgusting.
Disgusting? Okay.
Yeah.
Now I want you to imagine that the cheese on the top also has a layer of curd on it. Dahi.
Oh,
Now imagine having a bite of it.
I'm not gonna eat this pizza.
Okay. Now I want you to close your eyes and imagine you had a bite irrelevant of that. Close your eyes. Hold your hands physically in front of you as if you're taking a bite of that pizza, which is cheese, cold, old, with curd on it. Now take a bite. And imagine when you bit, something was in your mouth. And when you removed, you realize it's the hair of a cockroach. And that was the cockroach that was there. And what juicy you felt in the mouth was the blood of the cockroach that went in your mouth, not the cheese. And now imagine the cheese. And suddenly you realize that the reason the curd was there because there were minute cockroaches hidden below it. Imagine the pizza and see how do you feel. Okay. Now so what is it on a level of 1 to 10? Where is it right now? Like -1, -2, where is it?
-2.
-2. Let's go to -5. What can you add in it such that it becomes -5? You got the idea. Come on, say it. I know you thought of it.
That algae is a bread crust like green or something
What?
like something जैसे बासी हो जाता है ना हम कुछ खाना रख देते हैं तो ग्रीन सा ऐसा कुछ हो जाता है
Fungus.
yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
imagine it's a 2 days old pizza and it's gone fungus in it. And it's got that old cheese that's gone yellow. And it's got the curd and it's got the small cockroaches in it. And they're all dead. And there's some green fungus on it now. And now imagine I have a bite of it. Okay, now imagine the person who got the pizza for you had gone to the toilet and not washed his hands. And that's the pizza he served you.
I will vomit right now.
Okay, smell the pizza.
I can't smell
You can't
this.
smell it. All right, on a level of 1 to 10, where's the temptation to have pizza right now? -3, -4, where is it?
-10.
-10. All right, experiment successful. Now you've had this temptation of having pizza for how long in life right now?
Since teenage.
Since teenage, so it's like many years.
Yeah.
I'll not ask you how many years, otherwise that'll reveal your age. But how many ever years that has been, right now just think normally, what did you have for dinner last night? Just to interrupt your pattern.
Chapati and aloo
Okay.
sabji.
And now imagine going for pizza at Domino's and imagine how it feels. What is the temptation?
I will eat my own food. My homemade food.
Not interested in the pizza anymore. Try to bring the temptation back. See if it works.
I don't want to drink.
See, I've programmed your brain to not like pizza, something that you loved so much that post lunch, right now, we just took a break from lunch. And when I asked you pizza, you said 10. That means that is how much you love pizza. But in spite of that, now you're not able to bring the temptation back because all emotions are lies. Yeah, all emotions are lies. Now, here's a question. Imagine if I can take a 20-year-old habit and make it as bad as it is right now, from liking it to disliking it. What can you do to a bad memory? What can you do to a bad habit?
I can leave that.
like this. All you
Yeah.
need to do is change the way you feel about it. Do you realize the impact of it on you? Because only you can emotionally understand what you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I can seriously, I can even मतलब मैं डिनर खाने के बाद भी पिज्जा खा सकती हूँ, इतना मेरे को रहता था, और अभी मैं नहीं खाऊंगी.
Awesome. Congratulations. All right. Did you love that? Wasn't that amazing? It was so quick and it was so fast. And did you realize how people, when I now, in the end of it, said pizza, they're like, can't handle it now. But that's because our brain can associate positive or negative things to anything, to anybody, if you know how to guide the brain. That is the science of NLP. I hope this helps you, and I hope you use this technique to change some of your habits. If yes, tell me in the comment section below. What will you change? Did you try it already? Maybe pause the video, try it, and then tell me in the comment section that you tried it and it worked on you. If it didn't work on you, there is only one reason it wouldn't work. You're not using it properly. I guarantee you, the science works. I remember when I told one of my mentors that I tried NLP on something in my life and it didn't work. If it didn't work on you, you didn't use it properly. It's not that the science doesn't work, we don't use the science properly. So if you want to know more about NLP and if you really want to understand how does the science change people's lives, there is a link in the description below. Quickly click on it right now and register. I'll give you the first lesson of NLP completely free, where you'll understand how NLP can make you the superpower of law of attraction. Yes, I always call NLP as the superpower of law of attraction because it gives you the ability to upgrade your frequency in super fast time. Don't believe me? Well, register and find out for yourself by watching lesson number 1 completely free as my gift. So if you loved what you saw today and you want to hear more such amazing lessons from me, quickly click on the subscribe button, and after that you'll see a small bell icon. Hit on it so that next time I'm doing videos like this, you definitely get a notification from us. Okay? See you soon. Bye-bye.